In the stillness of his cell, Alex lay awake, the sounds of despair reverberating through the concrete walls like an ominous lullaby. The faint cries of other inmates echoed, amplifying his sense of isolation. He grappled with his new identity, a prisoner stripped of his former life, yearning for the freedom he had taken for granted. Memories of laughter in the classroom flooded his mind, compelling him to remember the connections he once cherished. As he grappled with this new reality, anger simmered within him, twisting into a determination to reclaim his voice. In the silence, he made a silent promise, to not be defined by these walls, but to rise from the weariness that threatened to consume him. Each passing moment became a reminder that his journey, though painful, was far from over. With this resolve, he steeled himself for the challenges ahead. The following day, Alex encountered Micah, his new cellmate, who eyed him with a mix of curiosity and challenge. The atmosphere was thick with unspoken tension as Micah assessed him, searching for signs of weakness. Their initial exchange was sharp, filled with probing questions that revealed Micah's cynical worldview and hardened demeanor. Yet, beneath the surface, there was a flicker of respect for Alex's resilience. Struggling to navigate this new dynamic, Alex realized that understanding Micah's past could be key to forging any semblance of a relationship. As the day wore on, their tentative dialogue hinted at deeper stories waiting to unfold, reminding Alex that even in isolation, connection was possible. The realization sparked a flicker of intrigue within him, urging him forward and fueling his determination to bridge the gap between their worlds. Micah leaned back, his hardened facade beginning to crack as he shared pieces of his life. Stories of loss and struggle unfolded, each word laced with lessons learned in the confines of this unforgiving place. Alex listened intently, each revelation providing a glimpse into the depths of Micah's soul. The walls that once separated them began to fade, replaced by a newfound understanding. Slowly, the tension transformed into an authentic connection as they exchanged their vulnerabilities, laughter punctuating the heavier moments. Micah's hard-earned wisdom intertwined with Alex's yearning for purpose, paving the way for a bond built on shared experiences. With each conversation, hope began to surface, suggesting that even in the bleakest of circumstances, companionship could emerge. Together, they took tentative steps toward friendship, fortifying their resolve to navigate the trials ahead. In this unexpected alliance, they found strength to confront their reality. In the days that followed, the monotony of prison life enveloped Alex, a relentless cycle of routine that both grounded him and threatened to suffocate his spirit. Mornings began with the harsh clang of metal doors, signaling roll call, a stark reminder of his predicament. Meals were hurried affairs, filled with unappetizing food and wary glances exchanged among inmates. During exercise hour, the yard became a theater of survival, where respect was fought for, and fledgling alliances were tested. As he observed the intricate social dynamics, Alex realized the unspoken rules that governed this world, where strength often masked vulnerability. Yet within the grayness of each day, he noted small moments of humanity, gestures of kindness amidst the brutality. These flickers of connection ignited a spark within him, suggesting that even in confinement, the potential for growth and resilience remained alive. He began to accept the reality of his new world, determined not to lose himself in it. As his thoughts lingered on memories of the classroom, Alex stepped into the bustling mess hall, where the clamor of voices enveloped him. Cautiously, he approached a table where a few inmates gathered, searching for common ground in shared experiences. Each small conversation was a fragile thread, weaving moments of connection amid the hostility. In laughter and stories, he began to find glimpses of camaraderie that chipped away at the isolation surrounding him. These fleeting interactions, unassuming yet profound, illuminated a path toward understanding. Bit by bit, as he navigated the complexities of each encounter, he discovered the power of human connection. While the weight of his circumstances bore down on him, these newfound friendships sparked a quiet revolution in his heart, showing him that even in the darkest of places, the bonds forged in adversity could shine brightly. Embracing this truth, Alex stepped into his evolving reality with renewed hope. In the solitude of his cell, Alex felt compelled to reach out, to bridge the chasm formed by his absence. He began crafting imaginary letters to his beloved students, pouring his heart into each word. Through these missives, he conveyed his hopes, fears, and the enduring impact of their shared moments in the classroom. The act of writing became a lifeline, a means to reclaim the sense of purpose that had so deeply defined him. Reflecting on the essence of freedom, he realized it wasn't just the absence of walls, but the expression of thought, the sharing of knowledge, and the connection with others. Each reflection ignited a flame within, rekindling his resolve to teach, even from afar. As he penned his final thoughts, determination surged through him. The spirit of a teacher could never be imprisoned. He was beginning to understand that even in confinement, he could inspire change. As Alex lay on his cot, the palpable tension in the air crackled around him like static, hinting at the unrest brewing beyond his cell. The distant roar of voices reached his ears, rising in fervor as fellow inmates united in their shared plight against oppression. It was a moment that rippled with urgency and potential, awakening deep within him a fierce sense of justice that had long been dormant. Without fully understanding the implications, an electric thrill coursed through him, igniting a yearning to join this collective, to amplify his voice alongside theirs. As he exchanged glances with Micah, a silent acknowledgement passed between them. This was a turning point. They were no longer mere spectators of their lives. They were participants in a storm of change. The night was alive with possibility, and Alex felt the stirrings of courage prompting him to take a stand for what was right. Inspired by the protest unfolding outside, Alex felt a new sense of agency. Fueled by the urgency in the air, he contemplated the weight of his story and the potential it could hold. Conversations with Micah pushed him to realize that his narrative was more than just a personal plight. It could serve as a beacon of hope for others. He began to envision how sharing his experiences could spark dialogue and advocate for change within the prison system. It was a pivotal moment where despair transformed into inspirational purpose, and the idea of finding his voice solidified. Alex set forth to document his journey, harnessing the therapeutic power of words. Each sentence became a step toward reclaiming his identity. With fierce determination, he was ready to break free from the confines of silence and reach for the truths that could inspire transformation beyond the prison walls. This was just the beginning of a powerful revolution. With a newfound resolve ignited by the protest, Alex grasped a pen, his fingers trembling with anticipation. The blank page before him was not just a canvas for his thoughts. It was a lifeline, promising a way to navigate his turbulent emotions and reclaim his identity. He recognized the cathartic power of writing, allowing him to articulate the raw experiences that had shaped his days inside these stark walls. Each stroke of the pen bore witness to the injustices he observed, his longing for freedom, and his urgent desire for change. As he documented milestones of his journey, he began to feel a spark of purpose rekindled within him. Through this honest expression, Alex envisioned a world beyond these confines, filled with hope and advocacy. He was not merely an inmate. He was a storyteller ready to illuminate the path toward justice and understanding. In the quiet of his cell, Alex grappled with the shifting tides of his emotions, confronting the fears that had silently taken root. Thoughts of aging and the specter of irrelevance weighed heavily on him, compelling him to reflect on the essence of his identity amidst the chaos of prison life. Each written word became a revelation, peeling back layers of doubt and revealing the core of who he was, a teacher, a guide, grounded in the impact he'd had on others. He recognized the urgency of maintaining his sense of self against the backdrop of confinement, understanding that vulnerability could lead to resilience. As he poured his heart onto the page, determination surged through him like a lifeline. In embracing this introspection, Alex found clarity. He would not succumb to the passage of time or circumstance, but rise to affirm his legacy and voice with unwavering strength. Amidst the palpable energy of renewed purpose, a day arrived that would shift everything for Alex. A package awaited him, an unassuming box delivered from the outside world, carrying pieces of his past that sparked a flicker of hope. As he opened it, the familiar scent of his students' letters and photographs flooded his senses, each note a reminder of the connections he cherished. Emotions surged within him, intertwining gratitude and determination, fanning the flames of his desire for justice. These gifts, infused with love and shared memories, ignited a renewed resolve to fight for his innocence. The realization dawned on him. He could harness this hope to propel his advocacy, transforming pain into purpose. Fueled by the unwavering support encapsulated in those pages, Alex felt the weight of despair lift. Whatever lay ahead, he embraced the challenge with newfound strength and clarity, ready to reclaim his narrative and carve a path toward change. As the sun rose on another day in the confines of gray concrete, Alex and Micah found themselves deep in conversation, each revealing the mechanisms they employed to cope with the harsh realities of prison life. Micah spoke of the moments that had defined him, experiences that fortified his spirit in the face of adversity. Alex listened intently, understanding that their discussions were not just exchanges of words, but the building blocks of a unique bond. Together, they reflected on their pasts, pain, loss, and resilience intertwining as they navigated their way through the darkness. In this shared vulnerability, they unearthed a sense of unity, a testament to the strength found in companionship. Their friendship blossomed, offering a sanctuary amid despair, illuminating the path ahead. This partnership became a canvas for hope, painting new possibilities and reinforcing their resolve to rise above their circumstances. In each other's company, they discovered the power of solidarity. As dawn broke, Alex stood tall, a burgeoning sense of purpose coursing through him. Each day in prison brought its own battles, but he was determined to reshape the narrative of his existence. With pen in hand, he began to weave his thoughts into a manifesto, a testament to resilience that echoed not just his struggles, but the struggles of all who felt unheard. He envisioned a future where his voice could uplift those around him, advocating for change where silence had once prevailed. Each word he wrote solidified his resolve to fight not only for his innocence, but also for the dignity of those similarly trapped. Embracing the possibilities that lay ahead, Alex knew he would share his truth, igniting sparks of hope that could inspire transformation in a world longing for justice. In this commitment, he found his strength, ready to face whatever challenges awaited him.